Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to tackle one of the biggest, most important decisions you can make for your financial future. We're talking about the traditional versus the Roth 401k. Seriously, getting this right can make a huge difference down the road, so let's get right into it.
You know, when you strip everything else away, the entire debate really boils down to this one simple question. Do you want to pay the tax man now while you're working, or do you want to kick that can down the road and deal with it when you're retired? Your answer is going to shape your entire savings strategy.
And believe me, the stakes are incredibly high. Get this, 8.9 times trillion dollars. That's the mind-boggling amount of money Americans have tucked away in 401ks. This isn't just some side savings account. For many of us, it's the main engine for building wealth. You want to make sure you're using it the absolute best way you can.
So let's talk about why the 401k, in either form, is pretty much a retirement super tool. It's truly one of the most powerful options most of us have for building a nest.
Okay, so just a quick refresher on what a 401k actually is. It's a retirement plan sponsored by your employer. The best part? It's easy. The money just comes straight out of your paycheck and goes right into your investments. But the real magic, the secret sauce, is that it's tax advantaged. And that's where our big choice comes in.
And that brings us to the main event, the core choice, now or later. It all comes down to when you get your tax break.
First up, we have the original, the classic, the traditional 401k. The way this works is that your contributions are taken out of your paycheck before the government calculates your income taxes for the year. This is what we call a pre-tax contribution. Its superpower? It lowers your taxable income today, which means a smaller tax bill for you right now.
And then we have the newer kid on the block, the Roth 401k. This is the total opposite. You contribute with money after you've already paid your income taxes. So no tax break today, but, and this is a huge but, the payoff comes later. When you retire, all your qualified withdrawals are 100% tax-free.
This little chart right here lays out the trade-offs perfectly. Traditional, tax break now. Roth, tax break later. But check out that employer match line. This is a big deal. A recent law, the Secure 2.0 Act, means employers can now offer to put your match in a Roth account. And that same act got rid of something called Required Minimum Distributions, or RMDs, for Roth 401ks. That means you're no longer forced to start taking money out at age 73, which gives you so much more control.
So how in the world do you choose? Well, the right answer really depends on your financial future. And since none of us have a crystal ball, you kind of have to become a fortune teller for your own life.
It all comes down to weighing these three things. First, where are you right now? What's your income? What's your tax bracket? Second, where do you think you're headed? Do you see your salary jumping up a lot over your career? And third, the million-dollar question. What do you think is going to happen with U.S. tax rates in the future?
And this quote from financial planner Roger Ma just hits the nail on the head. If we knew all this stuff for sure, it'd just be a simple math problem. But we don't. So it's not about being perfect, it's about making the best, most educated guess you can. Okay, to make this less about theory and more about real life, let's walk through a couple of common scenarios. This should really help you figure out your path.
So let's imagine two different people. First, you've got the early career professional. They're just starting out, their income is on the lower side for now, and they're expecting it to grow a lot over the next few decades. Then you have the peak earner. They're at the top of their game, making the most money they probably ever will, and they're in a high tax bracket. Do you see yourself in either of these?
For that early career professional, the Roth 401k is almost always a really compelling choice. Why? Well, because their income and their tax rate is probably the lowest it's ever going to be. It makes so much sense to pay taxes on that money now at a lower rate instead of later when you're probably in a much higher tax bracket.
I mean, certified financial planner Mark Wilson puts it about as simply as you can. If you can lock in a 12% tax rate today to avoid a potential 25% or higher rate down the road, yeah, that's a pretty good deal. You're basically getting a tax discount for life on your retirement savings.
All right, let's flip it. What about our peak earner? For them, the script is usually reversed. When you're in your highest earning years, stuck in a high tax bracket, that immediate tax break from a traditional 401k is pure gold. It lowers your taxable income right when you need that help the most. You're betting that your tax rate will be lower when you're retired. But what if you don't fit perfectly into one of those boxes? What if you're somewhere in the middle, or you're just not sure? Well, the good news is, this isn't an all-or-nothing game. You can actually get the best of both worlds. This is a strategy that way too many people miss.
Most 401k plans let you contribute to both a traditional account and a Roth account at the same time. You still have to stay under the annual contribution limit, of course, but this opens up an incredibly powerful strategy called tax diversification.
Think about what this does for your future self. It gives you incredible flexibility. Let's say 1 year in retirement, you have a big expense. You can pull that money from your Roth bucket and it's completely tax-free. By doing that, you can manage your official taxable income for the year, which can save you a ton of money on things like taxes on your Social Security benefits or even keep your Medicare premiums lower. It's a next-level strategy that gives you control when you need it most.
Okay, let's pull all of this together. We're going to build your personal framework so you can make this decision for yourself.
It's really just a 3-step process. First, assess your now. Get real about your current income and tax bracket. Step 2, project your future. Be a detective. Where is your career headed? Will your income go up, down, or stay flat? And finally, step 3, consider diversification. Hedging your bets by using both types of accounts is maybe the smartest move of all in an unpredictable world.
So at the end of the day, the choice is yours. There isn't a single right answer for everyone, just the answer that's right for you. But by thinking through these factors, you can make a really smart, informed decision that's going to put your future self in an amazing position. So, which path will you choose?